Thanks for watching Alive TV. This is The Pulse for Thursday, July 19th. Ghouls, goblins, and fans of Halloween who just can't wait until October had a very special treat this week. Or maybe that's a very evil treat. The Midwest Haunters Convention and Midwest Fantasy Show is in town with classes on acting, makeup, and the business of running a haunted house. Spooky. Lucky for us, Chris DeVille ain't afraid of no ghosts, though I think vampires creep him out a little bit. Chris bravely visited the Haunters Convention and lived to tell the tale. Chris, what's going on there?
Thanks, Brian. It's Friday the 13th, and I'm here at the Doubletree Worthington for the Midwest Haunters Convention and Midwest Fantasy Convention, where for this whole weekend, the hotel is going to be overrun by ghouls and creatures and all kinds of people who work in the body painting, face painting industry, and most importantly, the haunted house industry. So let's see what kind of fanciful larks we can discover. I'm with Kelly Collins, one of the organizers of this event. Kelly, why don't you tell me a little bit about what all of this is, kind of give me a little overview of what's going on here.
Okay, sounds good. It's called the Midwest Haunters Convention. It's for haunted house actors, producers, makeup artists, special effects artists, and just in general anybody who loves the Halloween season. Home haunters, garage haunters, backyard haunters, people who take their house and during Halloween they just make a little haunt and scare all the neighborhood kids. So it's for anybody that basically loves the Halloween season. In addition to the Midwest Haunters Convention, we have the Midwest Fantasy Show. And the Fantasy Show is for face painters, body painters, magicians, jugglers, balloon twisters, so anybody who's in the entertainment industry. We found both shows work together because generally people who do monster special effects and face painting for Halloween can also be face painters, and they're entertainers and do other things the other 11 months out of the year. The big thing is our Saturday night masquerade party. There'll be 400, 500, 600 people here in costume for our masquerade ball. And it's sponsored by Scare Parts, which is one of the largest prop manufacturers in the country. So they're our major sponsor for the party. We have several things going on that night. We've got a body art fashion show, and we brought the top makeup artists from around the country are here this weekend body painting models in a Halloween theme. So they're going to kick off the party with these models that have been body painted. And they're going to be up on the stage back here. After that, we've got the Miss Midwest Scary Pageant, which is 10 of the scariest women in the Midwest, and we're going to narrow it down to one, and we're going to find the scariest woman in the Midwest. After that, we've got a scariest character contest. We want to find the scariest character at the party, and that's kind of. And then we have a DJ dancing. The party goes on to 1 a.m.
Does it take a certain kind of person to be a haunter, or?
Well, you know, there are people that they're librarians by day, but at night they can be the scariest monster you've ever seen. There really isn't. You know, it used to be you thought they had to be an extrovert to be a good monster. Not necessarily. There are people that are introverts and they're very quiet in their daytime jobs, but you put them in a costume and you paint their face scary and they change.
All right, Brian, why don't you tell us a little bit about this class that you're leading right now?
It's a face painting class for mostly haunters, but some face and body artists and some clowns in here. We teach how to paint with a water-based theatrical makeup, and it's kind of a cross between old-fashioned face painting and special effects makeup.
Okay, how hard is it to learn something like this?
Everybody can do it. Nick and I, my brother, think that everybody has some creative side. Everybody has some artistic abilities. They just hadn't practice it, so to speak. But I think anybody can do this stuff. But I've been drawing and painting since I was a kid, and then we got some jobs at Universal Studios, Halloween Horror Nights, doing some makeup. After we tried the real job thing for a while, when we got to be about 30, we kind of got sick of that, and we just decided to paint and draw. And we like pretty girls and monsters, so we tried to figure out how we could incorporate the two in a job, and got a job doing there and started doing the face paint in the theme park, and it kind of grew, and 10 years later we got our own brand of makeup and we tour the world teaching people how to do it.
How'd you get into the face painting thing in the first place?
I just happened to see it. I saw photos on the internet. I'd been to places where it was being done, and I just got a little bit of interest into it, and then started attending some of the conventions and classes to learn more about it.
Okay, where are you from? Are you from here in town or?
Chicago, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this something that you're trying to do for a living, or that you're doing for a living, or?
Right now, I'm doing it part-time. I have a full-time job, and this is my part-time job. So eventually, someday, I may be able to turn it into a full-time job. That's what I'm hoping for.
Okay, what's the full-time job right now, if you don't mind saying?
I do computer work, so this is my creative side.
I am Mark Pagorni, and this is my company, Cryptic Imports. We make skulls, all different types of skulls. We have different varieties: clowns, mummies, reapers. This is the classic version here. This is an exhumed version, just missing the jawbone. It's polyurethane foam, rigid foam. And this is our first show here, so we're hoping to hopefully do some business.
Okay, how'd you get into the skull business?
We kind of just always liked Halloween and making props for our home haunt, and we found a company for sale on the internet, actually on eBay. So we contacted the guy, and here we are.
This is Evolutions, and I'm Laura. I'm just kind of I'm a grunt. I do whatever Katie, Brian, and Rook tell me to do. We sell pneumatics. Gadget can make anything a pneumatic. Kate can put makeup on a paper bag and make it look human, and Rook can basically build anything. So, and we kind of offer things that other people don't, and a little bit different and original. Gadget makes circuit boards. There's actually someone a couple of states is down that has one of our circuit boards. They got a job they got down in Florida where we're going to be making these lovely walls. We actually also had a haunted house up in Lake County, Nightmare in Paynesville, but then became Fright World, and Beck ran it. Brian and or Gadget and Rook built it. And I was actually a character, screaming, hollering, grabbing, and yelling at people, which is fun.
Name is Michael Sieber, also known as the Bone Man. I make art out of bone.
I see. So how'd you get into this whole bone business?
I actually started making knives. Basically, I'm a knife collector, have been for a long time, and never saw any. So I did. Let's give it a try.
Do you have a favorite item that you've made out of bone, or?
Well, so far, I call it the Beast, which is the motorcycle that's like 3 feet long. The amount of detail I got out of it. It took a little while, but you can see the results.
I see. Where do you get the bones?
I have about 12 different taxidermists I go through. They're all over the country, but I just try to keep going and come up with new ideas.
All right, Chris, thanks. Good luck out there. And remember, garlic is for vampires, silver bullets for werewolves. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here next week for more live TV. And for daily updates, we'll see you at columbusalive.com.